Hi and welcome to Agile in 5 minutes. My name is Martin and today I'm going to be talking about Agile methodology, about how following Agile values and principles makes you Agile. Agile is a set of 4 values and 12 principles that aim to uncover better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. Agile is not actually a methodology, because it doesn't have any rules or processes or ceremonies that you should adhere to. If you are interested in Agile methodologies, consider extreme programming, Scrum or Kanban. I will also talk today about how those work within the context of Agile. It might make sense that first there was Agile and then there were Agile methodologies. But truth be told, it was actually the other way around. Extreme programming started in 1996, Scrum a year earlier in 1995, and Kanban goes as far as the 1940s when it was for the first time used within Toyota. The Agile Manifesto was signed in 2001, which is exactly 20 years ago this year. And among its signatories are some of the founders of the methodologies that I mentioned earlier. The first name on the list is Ken Beck, who is also the founder of Extreme Programming as well as Test-Driven Development. The founders of Scrum, Ken Schwaber and Jeff Sutherland, are also one of the signatories of Agile Manifesto. It was fully intentional for Agile not to represent any specific methodology, but instead become the unifying factor of shared values and principles for the Agile community. Agile frameworks continue to evolve. Look at Scrum and its 6th revision. People within the Agile community know each other and one methodology influences others. At the beginning of Agile, before Agile was even called Agile, there was focus on creating a lightweight process for fast delivery of software that stood in opposition to bureaucracy, inflexible rules and micromanagement. The Agile Manifesto values people, working software, customer collaboration and responding to change. The first value of Agile Manifesto talks about people and interactions over processes and tools. Every Agile company should aim to create an environment that encourages people to collaborate on discovering what to do and how to do it. That means that even though we recognize the value of tools and processes, they need to be implemented to serve the people. We should recognize the value of individuals, and leaders should focus on tweaking the environment to work better for these individuals, instead of finding the way how to make the team fit within some corporate criteria. Agile principles say that the best way to convey any information is through face-to-face conversation. That doesn't mean that you should be always reactive and available for chat. And it also doesn't say that video call is different from in-person conversation, but it does say that talking is better than sending emails or updating some tickets. Business and engineering both benefit from working together daily. There shouldn't be anyone throwing requirements over the fence. Instead, they need to work together to both bring value in advancing the product through refinement, planning, development, and delivery. Business gets a lot of value from understanding how the product works technically, and the developers create better software if they understand well the problem area that they are solving for. Alistair Cockburn, an Agile Manifesto signatory, said, "Focusing on skills, communications, and community allows the project to be more effective and more agile than focusing on processes and plans." Build your product around the talented people from your company, from both business and engineering. Remove any obstacles from their way and then trust them. They will get the job done. There is value in creating comprehensive documentation, but the primary measure of progress in Agile is working software. We should not measure our progress by ticked-off checkboxes or how many days we spend in development. Instead, we should invest into our ability to inspect by simply running the software. Adopt continuous integration and continuous delivery tools that allow you to build the software whenever you need it. At the beginning of every project, focus on creating first the ugly version that you can run and then share it with your stakeholders. And at the end of the development cycle, don't focus on whether you are 80% done. Instead, run the software and see what works. That's what should matter. Jeff Sutherland, a co-founder of Scrum and Agile Manifesto signatory, said, "Any Scrum without working product at the end of the sprint is a failed Scrum." Promote sustainable way of development that allows the team to maintain constant pace. Move forward fast but avoid burnout. Increase the velocity by removing all the obstacles and impediments from the way. Valuing good design and technical excellence enhances agility as well. We value customer collaboration over contract negotiation. The highest priority is always on the customer, by early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Bringing the business and engineering together to talk every day improves the focus on building the right product for the customer. Developers need to understand the problem that they are solving for the customer, and they need to be part of the product journey, not just the development of the features. This also helps the company to avoid the build trap of having teams that continuously improve some technology without being able to answer whether this solves the biggest problem that the customer currently has, or whether the customer even cares about that feature update. Steve Jobs, not an Agile Manifesto signatory, said, "Your customers don't care about you. They don't care about your product or service. They care about themselves, their dreams, their goals. Now they will care much more if you help them reach their goals. And to do that, you must understand their goals, as well as their needs and deepest desires." It can be really hard to realize that the customers don't really care about your company or the product. They just care about the value that it gives them. Responding to change is more important than following a plan. No plan ever survives its implementation. In Agile, we value changing requirements even late in development. Jim Hicksmith, an Agile Manifesto signatory, said, "Agility is the ability to adapt and respond to change. Agile organizations view change as an opportunity, not a threat." Being able to learn and adapt is what makes the product better and what creates competitive advantage for the customer. It's all about focusing on outcomes instead of outputs. An example of output is a new search feature. An example of outcome is helping people find important content. We differentiate between those because the team can easily find out later that search is not really the right feature to help the customers find the right content, and they need to be able to adapt to create the right outcome. Ron Jeffries, an Agile Manifesto signatory, said, "If there's only one answer, then the topic must not be a very interesting topic." Okay, that's everything today. Did you know that Agile is younger than Kanban, Scrum, or extreme programming? What is your experience with Agile in your organization? Let me know in the comments, and see you again next time.